It's World Dairy Expo. I'm Brian Winnikins, and thank you to Comro Sales and Service, Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, also Farm First Dairy Cooperative, AMPI, Professional Dairy Producers of Wisconsin, and Dairyland Equipment Services for supporting our broadcast. I'm with Teyanna Loether. We know her, Allison Dairyland, and she stopped by here for Expo. Teyanna, this is a pretty fun time for you, especially because you get to work with a lot of kids this week.
I do. I'm here with the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board this morning as Allison Dairyland, and we welcome fourth graders here to our Dairy Expo, and they're able to rotate through different stations on the grounds and learn more about Wisconsin dairy, where their dairy products come from, and the nutrition behind it. So it's certainly a unique opportunity here at Expo to be a part of an educational experience as well.
When you take the kids around, what's their reaction to what you show them?
Well, it's interesting because as they first get here, sometimes they're unfamiliar with what does agriculture really mean? Where does our food come from? But then as they go through, they pick up more and more things of, oh, that's a cow, and that's where my milk comes from. And for them to be able to see that cow and to experience agriculture firsthand and then understand exactly how it's coming to their dinner plate at the end of the day, that's something truly special, because even at a young age, to engage in that educational opportunity and to be able to expose them to where their food's coming from, to develop people into knowledgeable consumers, it's something very special.
Is the hope to have these kids take their lessons learned and take them back home to mom and dad?
Oh, absolutely, because I think from time to time people will ask about, well, what did you do at school today? Well, I went to World Dairy Expo. It's not something that they get to do every day, so they're probably excited to go home and tell their parents about it, and then to be able to start that conversation with any age person and then continue that even at their family dinner table, it's certainly a positive aspect of reaching the fourth graders' lives here.
Talking with Teyanna Loether with Wisconsin's Allison Dairyland. Teyanna, now obviously during August, you had a chance to do this with a lot of kids at Wisconsin State Fair, but that was really kind of from the Milwaukee area. Here, you get to do this for a lot of Madison area kids.
Yes, and it's somewhat similar, too, because there in Milwaukee at the State Fair, it was a very urban audience, and then we also have a lot of schools coming from the Madison public school system and right here in some of the heart of our cities. We also have some schools coming from very rural areas, and so to have that wide range of backgrounds is something unique, because then that way they can all take away a little piece of agriculture with them, depending on their perspective.
Now I have to ask, with over 90 countries represented, have you been putting in the big pitch for Wisconsin? Maybe get some of these out-of-state dairy farmers to come move here?
Well, you know, we are America's Dairyland, and so I think that's something that's very unique about having World Dairy Expo here in Wisconsin, because we have, so many different products that we export to different countries. We export our agricultural commodities to more than 145 countries. We're also the leader in the export of bovine genetics. So the knowledge and expertise that is going on in the dairy industry at the moment, we share that with the entire world. And so to develop those relationships, those partnerships, and to share in the celebration of our dairy across the world is something very unique to Wisconsin here.
Well, we appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Teyanna Loether, she is the current Allison Dairyland from World Dairy Expo. I'm Brian Winnikins.